Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Go.
On first down, low. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home. Now.
Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. He was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Here we go, set. 10-2 start. Ready? Let's see what you got. Yep.
Gonna give it to Love. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Bryce Love, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now it's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, low. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st down, here's Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. He sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Ravens' 37-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Check 48. Come on. You ain't got. Hey, orbit.
2nd and 11. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, low. This is caught by Robinson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. On 4th down, low. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Throwing on first down. Low. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 61. 3 at the mic. Got 2 seconds.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. But I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Love. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. On 3rd down, here's Love. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
He'll want it. Check, 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 check. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Buying time to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Ready to break.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
55. 58, right over there.
Hurry, hurry.
Operating from the gun. Low. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Low. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw on third down. Low. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? 8, read.
58, right there. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to hit it.
From the gun, low, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go, we got this. Cut. 58 for Mike, 58.
Second and 4. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What you got? Huh? What you got?
Set up. 30 base.
58 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Clear. Speed dribble.
From the gun on third down. Low toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards, first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson will throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
It's now fourth down and 1.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Jackson flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw again on second down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Running to start the drive is Love. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. To throw on second down. Low. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indians. Ready?
On first down, Love. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Low. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Bryce Love, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between them. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ed Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Jackson to throw. On the move to his left. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's good. It makes it 22-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. A little flare, a little flare.
Hey, Haywood.
Hit the eight, boys.
Go.
Hit the eight, Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On third down, it's Love. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turned into a play action.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here's Love, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Looking to throw. Low. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And some space here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. throwing on first down. It's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Love again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It'll be Love to try and get the first. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 30. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 19-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short.
The Ravens take over
Let's
first
go,
and 10
baby. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch.